Hi, everybody. Welcome to ZealZaddy. I'm Scott Coventry, and this is Elixia Box of Memories. This is Season 2, Episode 8, The Coiled Dark Places. Last week was The Cold Dark Places, so they're sort of like a part 1 and 2 of these sessions. This is a D&D 5e campaign. You can follow us on Twitch, actually everywhere, at / or at ZealZaddy. So that would be Twitch here, obviously. We have a link tree, so linktree / ZealZaddy if you want all the links. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. We have 4 amazing players. 3 of them are here tonight. One of them is absent due to college stuff that has to be taken care of. Let's bring everybody on. Oh, actually, I do have an announcement. I have 2 announcements. Next month, I'm going to have 2 one-shot streams, which, first off, I never do one-shots. I just generally don't like running them. But one of them is going to be a sock puppet D&D night. So I announced it the other day, and I just kind of posted it as an idea, and it kind of blew up on me. I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to do this now. So I will be doing it. In fact, the husband of one of the players is going to be in it. He hasn't even been told that yet. I'll leave that to the other person to tell him. And then I'm going to have another special stream next month as I'm pushing to 2,000 followers on Twitter. So that as I do that, I'm going to just watch for any announcements, because there's going to be a pretty amazing one-shot next month that outside the sock puppet one, that everybody will want to see, because it has everybody's favorites. All right, let me bring everybody on. And here we are. Let's have introductions. Let's start with Brandon. He was out last week. Let's get him back in here as fast as possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Brandon. I play Morcant on Amstel. I'm the cleric of the group, and I personally am a big fan of gin, Campari, and vermouth.
All right, let's go with Morgan.
Glad I didn't drink my beer. I was about to take a drink right before you announced that.
Timing would have been bad.
I know. What's up, everybody? My name is Morgan. I play Vesryn, the Magic of House Magic, and I'm the party's wizard. I also am a professional dungeon master, so if you're looking for a game, you can check us out. We have some amazing DMs that work with me, all who do great work. And also, I started a podcast recently called My Play Mondays Podcast. We follow a group of heroes called the Heroes of Voxus. We just released episode 3 and 4 this week, so we did a double drop. It was inspired by ZealZaddy doing a double drop of his episode, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to be like him. Anyways, with that said, I'm, as always, just excited to be here with this amazing team.
All right, and Tiffany Carridwin.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I play Carridwin Sagewynd. She goes by Dwin. She's the first bard. I personally enjoy playing her a lot, as she kind of is at least I see her as sort of the backbone of the group and kind of the caretaker that brings all the boys together. Yeah, you guys can disagree with me, but that's not true. I also run my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels, which my husband is in, and shocking reveal, he is also the guy who was allowed onto ZealZaddy's Soccer Summit one-shot to lead. So if you want a sneak preview of Michael, then you should see him playing Elandriel on Dungeon Damsels. We are in YouTube and podcast form, so just Google us. You'll find us pretty easily. Forward to playing tonight.
Nice. So let's do a recap. Last session was pretty active. There was a lot of movement. Although you didn't really travel very far, you traveled a winding path. Why don't we get that from Brandon? Really can't do it. He wasn't here, but I think between Morgan and Tiffany, they can piece it together.
Well, we went into the Devil's Cave, and we ran to the point where we got through the cave, kind of a little bit further, and found essentially these big area of mushrooms, and then a lot of the party members got poisoned, conscious, and then we had to carry them. The next part we got to was a myconid, which is a mushroom people settlement. While we were there, we sort of wandered around, didn't find them upset with us being there, so we just kept walking around. Then we ran into a giant mushroom. It was not friendly. It tried to meld us into its like mushroom hive mind by giving us spore hallucinogenic spores, having us trip out, and then trying to like merge us with the myconid mind, I suppose.
That doesn't sound all that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. We're just being absorbed into the floor. And then Vesryn was the only person who wasn't going crazy, so I'll let you take over.
I mean, he was going crazy, but differently. He was freaking the hell out because his entire group was either unconscious or like high off these mushrooms and willing to sacrifice themselves. And he tried to reason with the mushroom, and it came down to him having to throw some fire around to break everybody free. And in doing so, we were able to fight off the mushroom and destroy it. And then as we went further in, we were stopped by a much larger mushroom, who was pretty much the ruler, I guess, of this place, who was not too happy, and escorted us back, saying if we wanted to get out of here, we had to go down the doom hole. And we found ourselves sliding down in there to a loud growling noise. And now we are shitting bricks in the dark, wondering what the hell is growling at us.
Yeah, we passed by the doom hole before because we were like, that looks really ominous. Let's try that other cave. And then we had to backtrack and we're like, all right, well.
Didn't it have like claw marks where people were dragged down the hole?
We're like,
yeah, that's not the hole I wanted to know.
Nope, that. I should say Cerridwen made Eslov upset because while he was raging, he was fighting the mushroom guys, and at his feet was his friend Omari, who was unconscious and being absorbed into the floor. And he didn't want Cerridwen to touch her or take her. And Cerridwen just was like, yeah, screw that, I'm taking her. I don't know what you're doing. I'm going to take her off the floor because she's in danger. Except she's way more polite than that. So anyway, she took Omari. Eslov was upset. We defeated the mushroom. She gave Omari back, and Eslov is currently still kind of mad at her. So if there's a point of tension, that's why.
And we ended last session on this. In the darkness.
Dude, does anyone else hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. But I wasn't hearing it. I heard it.
And you're standing on the ice in this ice cave. It's all ice caves, it seems, in here. Although there are places where there's rocky protrusions and places where there's some rock. But you can also feel that it's slightly sloped downward. I'm sorry, not downward. I'm sorry, upward.
Oh, we need to watch our step. Very slippery in here. Perfect for an ambush spot.
I can't see anything. Can you see anything?
Well, Eslov's axe should be lit up. If it's not, then I will recast light on his axe.
Okay.
So that way we have a light source.
Yeah, and you can see that the ice kind of slopes up sort of like in waves, almost like steps. They're not steps, but they have a natural incline that isn't smooth and flat. I mean, they're smooth, but they're smooth on little platforms. And up ahead, you see glinting in the ice, some shimmering, seemingly under the ice in some places. But it's hard to tell what it is from this distance. It's further up the cave.
Vesryn's going to take a quick look around, ceiling, anywhere around us to see if we can see where that growling, if it's near us or if it's further in. Just trying to get an idea where it might be coming from.
You don't see anything from where you are. The cave just kind of goes in further and opens up.
I'll use detect magic just to like look around.
And you do not detect any magic here.
Well, I don't see anything magical, so let's just keep going.
Morcant, now that you're awake, would you be comfortable taking the lead?
Of course.
Oh,
I'll go ahead and...
Can you restore... can you do something about Amari and Yakubo? And then she points to the NPCs.
Was Amari okay? I thought it was just Yakubo that wasn't, right? Amari was okay, because Amari and
I think she is awake.
okay. Yeah, it was just because Yakubo was like puking up blood and stuff, and we were worried about him dying.
To be honest with you, I'm quite exhausted at the moment. Perhaps when we have a chance to regain our energy, I'll see what I can do to help.
Alright. Hopefully you can hang on till then.
Let us venture forward through this. I do want to kind of see if I can peer through the ice at what's glowing to see if I can see anything down there still.
It's not that it's glowing; it's reflecting from the light that the axe pushes out,
Oh, all right.
like
Sorry,
little
misunderstood.
sparkles under the ice or something.
So I'll go ahead and cautiously move the group forward, and take the lead.
Yeah, the cave is widening slowly as it goes up these icy steps, and a little ways in, you see that a place where the ice kind of rolled back, you see there's a hole in the side of the wall. Near it, there's also some shimmering in the ice below it.
I guess we'll keep moving forward to approach the opening.
Okay, and when you look in, it looks like it's a cave that goes a little, takes another direction, and it drops a few feet down lower than with this one.
So, how many feet can I tell, or is it just darkness?
It looks like it goes down about 5 feet from where you are, from where you're standing. Like if you go in, it'll be, you have to be lowered in, half of, well, a little more than half of. For you guys, actually, it's a whole body length almost. And then it seems like the ground in there is actually covered in some kind of spots and colors on what look like maybe some kinds of mushrooms of various types. And there's a little bit of warmth rolling out from that cave.
Is everything just covered in ice, or is there some kind of like rocks or things of that nature?
There's some rocks in there.
I want to take a bigger rock and just kind of throw it down the 5
Okay.
feet to see what happens.
And it just sort of slides across and hits some of the life on the floor.
I can pick up another rock and cast light on it as well, and toss that rock in there.
Okay. And when you
That
throw
would
it
be
in, the room is just covered in various types of mushrooms and fungi of different types. Some are pretty, some are ugly, they're interesting, and just an insane assortment of them. And there's a tiny bit of what it might be steam coming out of some small holes in the walls. But just a little bit. Like when you breathe in the cold and you're like, that little bit of breath.
Do they look like the mushrooms that we found before? Not the walking ones, but...
Nope.
Well, they look different than the other mushrooms. I've honestly had my fill of mushrooms.
Honestly, I've had my fill as well. I mean, for all we know, these could be even worse than the others.
Morcant, can you make me a willpower check, please? A willpower save, please.
Willpower save?
Yeah. Let's see if you can avoid going into the place that would warm your body. when
I
you're
was about to go.
when you're freezing.
By willpower, you mean Constitution?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, con. Wisdom. I'm sorry. Wisdom. Do you have
Wisdom.
the wherewithal to be able to resist a warm place? Not a con.
20. You say 27?
Natural 20 plus 7.
Oh, yeah.
27.
Nice.
All right. You're like, it's warm in there.
Since I was planning on going down there anyways, I'm going to climb down slowly, let myself go down the 5-foot drop
Okay.
into where the mushrooms are, because it's the only way forward. So
It's not the only way forward. The cave continues forward. This is a side cave.
no, I'm not sure if I'll turn to like
So do you want to go in or
I
not?
don't know about you guys, but I think maybe we continue with the cave and not play in the mushroom batch for now.
I would agree.
Yeah, I'll pass on this one.
All right, then I'll lead them deeper into the cold cave.
Okay. And you continue up, and 10 or 15 steps forward, you hear, and then it goes silent again. And there's more shimmering as you get closer to the center, to the top of the thing.
I'll kind of just yell, "Hello, is there anyone down there?" Like really loud.
And you hear the sound of metal clinking against itself.
In a chain-esque way.
It's hard to tell exactly. It seems distant.
How big is this cave? How tall is this cave? Is it like big and wide, or is it just like?
You're coming to the part where it widens out quite a bit.
What about the height? Is the height get taller as well, or is it?
It's a cavern.
Okay.
Up in there.
With that, then I can summon Soul, have her fly and kind of like do a sweep of the room.
I'll keep yelling in every language I speak to see if one of them resonates with whatever's down there.
And you hear the like metal moving around again, and then it goes very quiet. And all you really hear is, the little bit of hiss of steam coming, going in the mushroom cave back behind you guys. And the ice that you're on is very slick, but you're still you're still climbing, and you're probably 10 or 12 feet from the top of these steps, these ice steps, if that's what they are. And the silence is interrupted by some kind of movement in the distance, in the darkness. You think you saw an eye move.
Is Soul able to see anything when she flies in?
So when Soul goes up, the room that it opens up to is really huge. And in the center of the room, there's a pile of what looks like coins and pieces of armor, gold, but also things like furs and leather and foodstuffs, water skins, things like that. And at the top, she sees across on the other side of the room something white that kind of moves along the side of the wall, but it's blended very well. It's hard to even see what it is.
Or she can see something kind of move, like something large or something small?
It seems large,
Um,
and it seems to blend pretty well into the wall and the side, the sides of the cave.
I will lean in while my eyes are like white looking through souls, and I will say to them quietly, "You're not alone in this cave. Clearly there's something larger in here. And it looks like it has a pile of treasure in the center, which means it's probably either set for prey, or it's what it's collected off of those it's already killed."
So it's a lure or it's a trophy room?
What?
It's a lure or a trophy room.
Yes, or maybe both.
You see any other ways out?
I don't know, but
Yeah, does Soul see any other ways out as she kind of circles the room?
Yeah, the cave actually opens into 3 different pretty wide passages. One to the right is about as wide as this, maybe even wider. The one straight ahead is about the same width as the cavern, and the one to the left is a lot smaller. Not a lot, but it's still big. It's not a small part of the cavern. And there are a bunch of smaller caves that dot the area.
And I will describe that to you, and then I will summon Soul back. And she'll just rest on my shoulder as like an extra light source for now.
Right. Do you want to just skirt the wall and find a cave thing to?
good a plan to me.
I saw the creature over in that direction, so if we do, maybe we go the other direction. The opposite direction of where Soul saw something moving.
Do we believe there's any way we can communicate with the creature?
I don't know what it is. I mean, you're yelling at it in different languages.
All right.
We're not sure. Who knows if this thing even speaks another language? Perhaps it's just a large beast.
Avoiding
I mean,
it maybe then.
I'm gonna quietly hum a tune to cast enhance ability on Yakupo and Omari so that they have advantage on con checks, and they also get 2d6 temporary hit points because this is probably gonna go south.
yes. That's actually a very nice move.
Okay, so they each get like 4 additional hit points and advantage on con checks.
Okay. That's very caretaker of you.
Mama Bear.
Yep.
You sure you're not a druid? Because then you could turn into a Mama Bear.
And as you're, which way are you sliding or along the wall?
All right,
Right.
if we saw the thing over here, we're sliding this way. If we saw it over here, then we're sliding this way. Whatever area Soul saw that thing moving along the wall, we're moving in the opposite direction to try to go down one of those other tunnels.
It's more to the right, but it's in the center part of the right, all the way on the other side, and you're pretty sure that you are low enough below the line that unless it came towards you, you would be hard to be seen unless it was able to get up very high, because you're still below the lip line to the center of the room. The center room is higher up than you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to the left then.
All right. Lead the way, Morcant.
And go on, Morcant. What are you doing?
Just moving at a nice slow pace, very cautiously around the wall there.
And you hear Carridwin and Eslov here. "That's for you," in Draconic.
gonna hold the hand up, like, they just talked to us. Someone just said something into my.
I'll begin casting comprehend languages because I want to know what they're saying too.
I'll respond in Draconic. Hello.
You came here for this treasure, did you not?
Well, no, actually, we just wanted to get to the other side of the mountain.
The treasure will be easier for you to manage than that.
Why are you so interested in giving away the treasure? Isn't it yours?
It's there in the center of the room, waiting for whomever is brave enough to accept it. Where are you? I smell you here.
Well, we're out and about, but we don't need your treasure. We just want to get by.
Do you smell them? And then you hear another voice. Yes. Another.
One.
Should we search for them?
Are they offering us the treasure, or are they offering it as bait?
It's more of a bait thing. But they're trying to find us.
We really have no need for the treasure, so let's just keep moving. It would be too much to carry anyways. It would slow us down as we are dying in the cold. How about we ignore the treasure and get out of here instead?
There might be. I saw the armor and things, and there might be something useful to keep us alive. I'm not caring about taking it all, but if they were giving it to us, there might be things useful for us in our survival.
Well, I mean, that is all valid, but I think they really are just trying to lure us in so they can lead us with the treasure.
Vesryn's going to be sneaking at this point.
Would you like me to go talk with them? I could just walk up there and...
I don't think you speak Draconic, do you?
I speak Draconic.
I speak Draconic. I've spoken Draconic several times with Eslov.
Oh, yes. So then you would. I'm the only one who doesn't understand that. This is true.
Well, I mean, sure, yeah, go for it. We'll just keep moving.
All right.
And then they'll keep walking.
I will jump up there towards the horde, and just be like, in Draconic, hey, my name is Morcant von Amstel. I am a cleric of Akor, and lovely to meet you both. And who might you be?
And when you jump up, you're not really in the middle of the room. The room is really huge. You're still on the far, on this far edge of the room.
As I approach.
But when you pop up, you see eyes in the darkness turn to you that have just a shimmer of color to them. And at first you see one eye, and then the second one comes into view, and the eyes are pretty big, about maybe the size of half your head. And it seems like, even though there's almost no sound in here, they seem like they're slowly getting a little closer, but from way across the room. So, and they're moving really low to the ground. They're not like way up in the air or anything. They're low.
So do I have kind of a general idea of where these two creatures are?
You know where one is. You don't see any other eyes.
But do I hear where the other one might be?
No. This one you can barely hear, and you even know where it is.
All right. I'll just kind of repeat. And what was your name? I'm sorry.
You said you were a cleric of whom?
Akor, the god of the sea.
You are near to the sea. Perhaps he will hear your call.
one could only hope, but once again, I did not catch your name, and what was it?
Our names are not important. So, have you come for the treasure?
No, actually, we're trying to get our way out of this cave. Do you know which route is the correct one of these three? Could you mind helping us out with that?
And it gets to the point where it's next to the pile of stuff in the middle. And seemingly the gleaming of it starts to move. And it seems to be sliding it towards you slowly.
Oh, no thank you. I have no interest in gold. It really is of no use to me. I would like to know the way out, though, if you would happen to know that.
Where do you think you would like to go when you get out?
Oh, back to the sea if I can. Find a ship and head south.
Then you should turn and go the other way. The sea is the opposite direction.
We have to go to, where's that village? Where's the map at? There's a village or city we're trying to get to.
Hold on, I'll bring up the map.
Sorry,
So, actually, I think you can't see far enough up it. Move it down on Shard.
Which city is it, Scott?
You're trying to find your way. Well, actually, you weren't even trying to find your way to a city because you knew you didn't know where the cities were from where you were. You were trying to get yourself on the other side of the mountains where there was some forest, and that might give you food and something to make fire with.
All right. Well, honestly, we're just trying to get to the forest, do a little bit of hunting, make a fire, and regain our strength so that we can make the journey forward. And what was your name again? I apologize. I'm so bad with names.
And off to the right, you hear, he's a hunter. A hunter. Let's see your weapon then.
Using my awareness, how far are these two creatures from each other?
I'll give you a perception check. See if you can tell.
That is going to be a 16.
You can't really tell how far apart, but you can tell the direction. And the one that you can't see, you realize is off to your right, down the curving, larger area to the right.
All right.
And the treasure or whatever is still moving very slowly forward.
I have this mace. It contains the bones of fallen saints. If you would like to call it a weapon, I really don't wield it in such a way. It's more ceremonial than anything.
Fallen saints?
Yes.
The bones of the dead?
Apparently I can use it to communicate with them, but I never have. I find such things kind of barbaric, personally.
I have the bones of the dead all around me here.
Are you able to communicate with them?
I communicated with some of them as I am doing now. And the treasure keeps moving slowly forward. And the light that you have is slowly giving it some form. And you can see that it looks kind of like a snake, but with legs and horns that come out the back. It's white, almost a shimmering white like the ice with hints of blue flecked across it.
Your friend here has quite beautiful scales.
That is true. I do have beautiful scales.
Yes, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Let me see this mace of yours.
Oh, of course, and I'll pull the mace out and set my shield down and present the mace with both hands forward.
Ah, so this might be worthy of trade.
I mean, it is kind of a bit of a holy item, but we do need some help.
And it comes closer, and it starts to rise up in front of you some. And it sees suddenly everybody that's on the lower part of the stairs up, sees his head rise up behind him. And its eyes start looking at all of you. There are others here.
I never said I was alone. In fact, I said I had people with me and we were looking to get out. So by no means am I trying to deceive you. You are quite intimidating.
What do they look like?
Oh, one is an elf, the other is a Firbolg, and then we have a Dragonborne and a couple who are taking a slight nap. Really no reason to be concerned with any of them, honestly.
And Eslov rises up when he sees it. And he steps up. He climbs up to the ledge where you are and he stands next to you. And the thing looks at him for a while. You are one of the servitor races. And Eslov doesn't respond for a while. And he says, "We mean no disrespect." And the thing lowers its head to you, Morcant. Its head is big. This thing is probably 20 foot long, maybe. It's not like massive, but it is pretty big. And it puts a claw out, and it gently puts two of its fingers around the mace, the staff on the metal of the mace.
I'll tighten my grip on the mace and be like, I thought we were talking about a trade.
May I look at this?
And I'll release my grip.
And it will lift it up and it'll look at it.
I'll pick my shield up while it does.
Do these things look like white dragons?
They're not dragons.
They're not dragons.
No, but they are. Okay. They do look draconic, but from what you would think dragons would be bigger, and you always heard they had really big scales. This has more smaller scales, kind of like a lizard rather than a snake. And its skin seems a little smoother, shinier, and it has no wings. And
we're just still skirting along the wall. Nothing's happening, right?
I think it saw us as we were hunkered down, so we're kind of sitting there looking at it and it's looking at us. We were like this, and it's all hi.
What other items do you have for trade?
I was not intending to trade. My apologies. I'm just trying to get through to the forest. In all honesty, I wasn't even planning on trading that mace, but if you could point us in the right direction, I would greatly appreciate it.
And it throws it back behind it. It slides all the way across the room on the ice. I said, what else do you have to trade?
Is that the direction we need to go?
And it lowers itself to you, and it smells you. I can't tell. What do you think? And the other one comes around a corner. It's a little bit bigger. Same look and feel as far as its skin tone. I think he's gone mad. I don't think he's brave. I think he's mad. Madness, then. Madness it is. We'll take the crazy one from you. If you wish to continue on without him, we will help you and save the rest of you from the burden of a madman with you. We are hungry at this time. Wait, they may have more things to trade before we eat their friend.
It doesn't seem like you want to trade with us at all. It seems to us like you just want to take from us because you're bigger than us. If that's what you call a trade, then we have a problem here.
It doesn't matter, Vesryn. It's not like they could take anything from us anyways.
They just skid your weapon across the floor, away from you.
Have you ever seen me use that as a weapon?
It's not the point. They took from you. They talked to you as if they wanted to look at it, inspect it, and then they took it. Their word is garbage.
And it pushes some furs forward.
It's
You are
not their-
cold.
It's not their word, Vesryn. It's that they are not very smart. They somehow feel by throwing my weapon they've put me at a disadvantage. They clearly have no clue what's going on here, and would be in their best interest just to point us in the right direction.
I think they all might be mad at this point.
I mean, everything intends to live, right, Vesryn?
What of the giant?
Calm down, you guys. I'm talking at the moment, and I'll stick a finger out past my shield towards them in kind of an intimidating manner. So, really, fairly soon, they'll realize this, and they will tell us the correct direction, right?
And
I think they're going to realize.
and one of them laughs.
No longer draconic. I say this in common to Vesryn.
And can I get an initiative roll from you, Morcant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 7. 7 is what I got.
Alright, can I try something?
I was just say, yeah. Can we do anything? Because I'm ready to throw something at these fools.
Yeah,
but-
do we need to try like one last pitch? Well, you don't want to eat us anyway. We've all have you run into the mushrooms in this area? Nasty. They all inhaled it. We're all sick as dogs. You don't want to eat us. You're gonna get sick too. Best that we just scooch on our way.
And the one in front of you, Morcant, without even a moment's with almost no telltale sign it was even moving, you get hit by the back of one of its hands and slid across the room. Actually, what is your AC?
18.
Okay. So you get hit by it, and when it hits you, you can tell it holds back some, and you still take 5 points of damage as it slides you across the ice to the wall, and it starts to move towards you. Can I get initiative from everyone else?
I would say when it hits them, can I summon my Shadow Blade right there? Like as they do that, you fucked with us. Like I'm ready to go, or do you want me to do this part of the initiative?
No, as part of initiative. The
All right.
initiative.
Can I Thunderous Rebuke?
Oh my god! I just rolled a nat 20 for my initiative. That'll be the only nat 20 I get for like the next 2 weeks. 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. My initiative is at 18.
So mine will be 23 total.
So we will roll for Eslov.
I rolled for Eslov. I got a 15. I don't know the dex off the top of my head. What's the sheet? Yes. Oh, he's a 17 initiative.
Scott, could I send
Yeah.
this rebuke?
Yes.
So it's a dex save.
Yeah.
And 13 damage or half if they make the save.
It does not make it save.
And then, because they appear to have taken more than they've given, I'll just kind of look at them like, are you sure you want to do this?
And when that happens, it doesn't back up. It just stands where it is. And the other one looks at that one. They did not come to steal this treasure, I don't think. No, perhaps not. And they didn't come to be food. They smell of those lichens. So what did you really come here for? And it doesn't move when it takes the damage. It stays where it is. And
We got
hovers over.
shipwrecked. We got shipwrecked, landed on shore. Now we're trying to get to the other side of the mountain to find civilization. That's really the story.
So you disappointed your god, Akwar, and he left you ashore from the ship.
We're just doing, a refiner's trial. We tend to do that.
Perhaps I have some repenting to do. I haven't always made the best decisions, and I'll look down at the scar on my hand.
What is he looking at? The one says.
Are they letting us through, or are we fighting?
They're standing.
So which way is the best way out then?
That depends on where you want to go.
Is there a city or a town?
Outside of these mountains. Outside of these mountains. Because they can send us to a city inside the mountains. We don't want that.
There are no cities for leagues and leagues.
All right. Well, forest. We can do forest.
A dock of some sort? Or there may be a ship?
There are no cities for leagues and leagues. You will never make it there. You're already freezing as you stand there.
Well, there has
They
to be
are.
enough people coming through here to feed you occasionally.
They are
Where do they come
freezing.
from? Those who you tempt, where do they come from?
They're mostly Dragonborne, like him, who've stumbled in here and thought they could talk their way through with false appreciation. And occasionally a human. They're soft, very easy. They are. So do these elves look soft. I've never seen those giants like that, though.
So what's the quickest way to them?
Dog moaning.
Just asking, do we have to fight them to leave, or are they going to let us pass? At this point, I
You
don't
don't
even care. I'm saying no, I'm telling them, ask them. Just ask them flat out. Do we have to kill you to leave, or are you going to let us pass?
Kill us? You're so small. Even the big one isn't that big.
You'd be surprised what little things can do.
Oh, we felt the wrath just now of Akwar, I think. Was that Akwar's wrath, Cleric?
That was nothing. I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna. Twins just takes a deep breath and then just starts to edge towards the
Any of
nearest,
the exits
cave.
clearly too small for them to follow us.
Yeah.
Scott,
Where are you going? Are there caves that would be too small for them to follow? Yes.
Of the 3 caves?
Oh, of the 3 big ones, no. They can go definitely into all those. But there are smaller ones off to the sides that could be gone through.
Just gonna try to go into a small cave.
And can I get
Scott,
your initiatives again, please?
mine was a 23.
23. Okay.
Dwayne was 18 and Eslov was 17.
Morcant is 7.
Okay.
I don't know if I can, but if I can have Soul disappear, and then looking at where his what is your weapon? What was your weapon called? What is it? It's a mace, right?
Yeah.
Have her appear at the mace to pick it up.
How much weight can she carry?
I don't know. I don't know if she can. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's a baby phoenix, so you would tell me.
I don't think she could carry the mace. The mace is pretty heavy.
All right. Well, then I wouldn't send her over there.
It's made of metal, and it barely has any wood. It's mostly just a big block of metal.
And
I
bones.
thought it was bones.
No,
There are
just
bones
people.
in it.
Yeah.
And Carridwin, as you go in, you feel the presence of one of these things coming on you quickly. And let's go to the top of the order, which is 18, Carridwin.
Oh, I'm 23.
It's Vesryn.
I rolled.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Vesryn, 23.
All right. I'm going to use a blade song and start moving this turn. And as it goes to near her, I will move to strike it. And I will hit it this turn with a booming blade on top of the blade's weapon. So it'll be bonus action, blade song, and then my action will be the booming blade.
Okay.
Do not touch my friend.
Do it.
13, 14, 16, 17. I don't know if that's the right thing. 13 plus 6, so 19.
That. Hold on. That hits.
I was thinking these guys had like 23 armor class or something. I'm like, no. All right, so God, you've always got me nervous, man.
Good.
All right, so for the rapier damage, it'll be 6 points, and then the booming blade is another 1d8, 8 more points. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points total as I strike it with my rapier. Also, with the booming blade, if it moves 5 feet before the end of my next, or the start of my next turn, it'll take another 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay. And
As I move between it and her.
Yeah, it's moving to and trying to go through you rather than moving away. It's not really concerned about away so much. Okay, so 23, Carridwin.
Okay. I'm gonna use minor illusion to try to create a sound to distract him and like lead it away from me as I turn into the cave.
Okay, so you're trying to make it. Explain it again.
I'm trying to mislead it with a minor illusion sound, so like I'll cast it so it sounds like I'm running a different direction. Can you see me?
Okay. You can't really tell whether it worked because it's just coming in your direction at the moment anyway.
Okay. can I find any kind of cover?
Well, you're behind Vesryn,
Great.
and you're really along the wall of ice, a wall of ice.
Okay.
Vesryn tried to be your hero. He ran in front of it. No.
Oh, appreciate that. Can I make it to one of the tiny caves?
Let me see. So you can't on the side you are, but there is one across this cave area on the opposite side.
Okay, I'm gonna motion for Omari to follow me, and then we're gonna try to get to the other side.
Okay.
The tiny cave.
Eslov is going to. He'll pull his axe, and does somebody want to? He will not rage, by the way. I already asked him this.
Okay.
He won't rage against another dragon. There's too much of a lineage that he still has to respect. But he will swing at it. Unless one of you is hurt by it really badly, then he would rage then. So someone want to do his axe.
Let Morcant roll, or unless you're rolling it.
Can I use one of his javelins to try to shoot it in the eye?
You can use a javelin to hit. You can't really target its eye directly.
All right, then we'll just go for a good old great axe whack.
Okay.
I guess. What does he usually do? He usually does two-handed strike, right?
Yes.
He does two-handed strike. I don't think a 16 will hit.
It will not hit.
He does. He does have a second attack though.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, he does.
Does he get another two-handed attack?
I don't think.
He has.
Does he
He
get
has
two-handed?
two attacks. He has two. No, he doesn't.
Oh.
No, he doesn't get two attacks. He doesn't get two attacks because
He's
he
not
took
Ranger.
No, because he didn't take the other level.
Right, he went with Ranger. That's right.
Because we had this conversation last week because I thought he had it and then he
Right.
didn't have it.
Yeah.
So never mind. My apologies.
Multi-classing
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about the multi-class that he did.
What was that?
In 16, the beast that is pushing forward, Vesryn is in the way. Morcant's to the side, and it's moving right at you, Vesryn. It was actually going to Carridwin, but you interceded like every good mage does. They step into the middle of the combat and draw their sword.
Yeah, right. Is he moving, or is he already up on me? You mean like he's just attacking me?
Oh yeah, he's up on you, and he's actually going to try and go through you anyway. What's your AC? I know you have a hard AC.
I have a 20 right now because I'm in Blade Song, and Shield will put me at 25.
Okay.
So
Damn.
if I need to do Shield.
Tanky wizard is tanky.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a good dex, and then I have mage armor on
Okay.
at all times, and then Blade Song gives me another 4, which puts me at a 20.
And it tries to get you with its claw, and you're able to, due to the excellent training of Rosea.
Rosea.
And
God rest
now
her soul.
You're able
God rest
to
her soul.
just miss being hit. And as it does, it rises up and its tail swings around the back of it towards Cerridwen. What's your AC, Cerridwen?
Oh,
Huh?
it's 12.
Oh, actually, it could be. Hold on. It could be you, or it could be Omari or Yakima. 1, 2, 1, 2. You 3, 4. Omari 5, 6. Yakima. 1, 2. It's you. 1. It does hit with its tail. Oh, shit. It went too far. I missed the thing. You take 3 points of damage as the tail slaps you like a whip. There is no stinger on it, it seems, though, thank goodness. Because that would be all bad. The next one comes up, and it goes after Morcant for his insolence. What's your AC, Morcant?
18.
You insolent cleric, yeah.
And it hits with a claw. If it hits with, and because it's with the claw, it's also going to do a bite.
Oh, shit.
I already used my reaction, so I can't lightning it again.
Was that this turn, or was no? Because you guys stopped and talked after it hit you. So technically, this would be a new.
Do I still have a reaction, or is it considered used?
It doesn't get you with the bite. So you take from the claw attack, you take 4 points of damage, which is very lucky.
Do I have a reaction, Scott? Or was it
No,
used
this
for
was
my last?
no. That you used it in your last one,
Okay, fair enough.
but it is your action.
Oh, it's my turn now.
Yeah,
How many can I see within 30 feet of me?
2.
2. Can I position myself without attack of opportunity to see the third one within 30 feet of me?
You don't know if there's a third one. You don't hear a third
Oh.
one. You only heard the 2.
I thought there was the pile and the 2 creatures.
No, the pile is just the treasure, just the stuff that
One
was
of them
moving.
was pushing it towards
One of them
you.
was pushing it to you with it,
Okay.
with its body and its
Well, in that
claws.
case, I will go ahead and cast Bane on the 2 of them.
Okay.
Yes. I love your Bane.
The charisma save.
Yep. First one. That's a fail. And a make.
And I'll just kind of stare them down and be like, this is really your last chance to stop and point us in the right direction and just leave things to be my turn.
All right. And we're back to the top with Vesryn, who is moving surprisingly fast for a wizard. It's almost offensive to every fighter out there.
On this turn, I will summon forth a Shadow Blade with a bonus action, Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And I will strike this one again with Shadow Blade and the Booming Blade. Or attempt to strike it, I should say. Let me mark my Shadow Blade spell that I've used it. And I'm casting this one at 3rd level. So it does hopefully more damage if I do
Okay.
hit.
Yep, roll to hit.
All right. Natural 18, so plus stuff.
18 hits.
All right.
Yeah, you
That
need
will
a 17 to hit them.
That's going to be 3 d8 of necrotic damage, I believe. Is it Shadow Blade? Psychic damage.
Psychic.
Yeah, Shadow Blade is a
Two-
psychic damage.
2d8.
Well, no, because I cast it at 3rd
Oh,
level.
you're right. You cast it 3rd, right?
Yeah, so...
Right. Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then another 5 points, so 16 total. And the other is of thunder damage.
And it booms back and
And I'll say to it, focus on me. I'm your threat. And I'm little, and I sting hard.
23. Carridwin, what are you doing?
I want to try to book it to the tiny cave with Amari and Yakuko. I'll consume my action if I have to get all of them there.
Yeah, you do, and you'd probably have to get them there this turn, you'd probably have to use your action to basically shove them through the holes. Because they're hot.
Yeah.
It's not on the ground, it's a little bit higher.
Okay, yeah, I'll just get them in the holes so that they're out of the way, and then I'll use my bonus action to use Bardic Inspiration and give it to Eslov. And I'm pretty sure that would consume all my action movements then.
Yeah. Okay. 17. Eslov will strike at it.
Yeah, we'll strike.
Roll for him.
Does anyone else want to roll for him? Because I feel like I'm just going to roll.
Let's let Morcant do it because he missed last two games. Let him get some rolls in.
All right.
Okay.
Plus 7.
That's a miss. That's a complete and utter horrible miss.
What was it, a 1?
Okay. It was a 3 plus whatever his modifier is.
Okay.
Right.
That would be
Wonderful.
a 10.
Yeah. That's not gonna get it to a 17.
Yeah, even with my Bardic Inspiration.
So, Vesryn, the one on you, it looks at you for a moment, and then it breathes out these crystals, these ice crystals.
All
Can you make me a Dex saving throw?
I can. Finally did some bad stuff. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, you missed. So you are going to take 14 points of damage as these ice shards fly out of its mouth in a cone like snow, but sharp and angular.
I rolled for my concentration, which is 16 plus your constitution, right? So 18. So I think that's enough to keep my spell going, right? Because I have concentration with Shadow Blade.
Yeah. Yes. I'll let you keep it going.
All right. So you said how much? 14 or 16?
14.
14 points.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Then the 13. Yeah. Then the other one, it turns on you, Morcant, and suddenly you hear it say, "One of them's gone down the cave," and it turns from you and starts running back the other direction.
The other direction, like, away from us in general, or towards...
Away from you and in the direction of where Cerridwen is. But it leaves you, so it turns out from the combat with you.
Okay.
Wait, does he get an attack of opportunity or no?
He can.
With my no weapon?
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't have any
Oh,
weapon?
yeah.
Oh, damn.
You can just
Yeah.
punch
Oh,
it.
You could punch it and still do a point.
Punch it! Punch it!
My shield. No, I'd rather have the reaction just in case.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. For like something hits you, right?
Yeah.
Back to the top. Vesryn, what are you doing?
Wait,
Why not to go?
What? Oh, no, I thought you were holding your action.
No, I'm not using my I guess I should just use my reaction since it's my turn afterwards. I try and punch it. I got a 19.
Yes.
A 19 will hit you. Hit its tail or something as it
it's
swings
one-
around.
It's gonna be
Like-
2 damage.
2 damage. Every point counts.
And now
Every
it's
point
my
counts.
turn.
And it collapses. No, it doesn't. Eslov would have such respect.
I would too. I'd be like, holy shit, that is a holy fist right there. The holy backhand of Morcant.
How close are these two creatures to each other?
They're moving closer to each other as one of them passes the other one up.
All right, so on my turn, in whatever position I can best do it, I'm going to release Shatter at level 3 to hit both of them. And I will use my Channel Divinity.
You know that doing that, you're likely to get Cerridwen and the other two, Olmari and Yakima.
They're big creatures, right? How long are
Yeah. They're about 20 feet-ish long.
Well, it's only a 10-foot radius, so I should be able to position it where I'm not even hitting towards the front of them.
Okay. Yeah, you could. Sure.
Okay. Then I will do that.
And I need to make a con saving throw. So the first one fails its saving throw. The second one nails its saving throw.
Okay, so 32 damage or half.
Okay.
And I'll just be like, are you done now? Do you want to feel the real wrath of Akor?
You're the most intimidating pacifist that may have ever lived.
He like, punched it and then cast a spell. Like, you better knock it off. No.
And then
I don't know what. I picture you doing like the Peter Griffin thing. No. 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 All right. Is your turn
Okay.
done?
Yeah, so that is the end of his turn.
Okay.
But he did a whole ton of damage.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that channel divinity is fucking broken.
All right. Back to the top, Vesryn. This one is still on you.
How bad does it
After
hurt?
him.
Look,
Oh, it took a blast just now, and it's the one that failed to save.
yeah.
So it got hit pretty hard.
Well, it looks like you can give as good as you can get. And I'm going to swing at it once more with my Shadow Blade, with Boomy Blade attached to it.
Okay.
Let's see here. What I got? I have +7. 17.
And yeah, 17 hits.
Oh, so it was 18.
Nope, it's 17.
Oh, thank God. Because these things can hurt. He took like half my health with that one blast. All right, Shadow Blade. 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait a second. Does it add your actual damage to it as well? I want to double check. I don't think it like your bonus damage like from the weapon. Because I want to make sure I'm doing the right amount of damage. Okay, yeah. Alright, so yeah, so it's gonna be sorry, I was just reading the spell. 11, 12, 13, 14 points of psychic damage, and then another 5 points of thunder damage. And if it goes to move, if it moves 5 feet, it'll take another 5 points of thunder damage.
Yeah. Vesryn and Cerridwen, what are you doing? You see one of these creatures coming towards you, and you're shoving bodies through the hole. Omari and Yakima, but you've done that, so it's now just you here.
Can I just like use my body to just block the entrance to this hole, like so he has to go through me to get to them?
Well, you don't think it can get through the hole.
Okay.
I mean, you could block the hole in case it wants to try and do something to anyone in the hole.
Yeah, she's just gonna like stand in front of the hole and make sure that, I don't know. She doesn't know if he can like breathe or do something crazy, so she's gonna stand in front of the hole.
Okay.
And she just saw Vesryn take a big hit, right?
Yes.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so she's gonna. I only have first level slots left, so I'm gonna give you a healing word.
I'll take anything right this point.
Nice.
I'm hurt.
All right. So you cast Healing Word. That brings us to the one on you.
6 points. 6 points of health
All
back.
right. That helps a lot. Thank you.
And that's also deals to hold her ground and to Vesryn.
All right. Is it going after after the shatter, it might change its target from you, Vesryn, to Morcant. Let's see. It does. Morcant, the one that was on Vesryn, turns back to you after what you had done, and it. Oh, it does take damage. It does have Bane on it. It takes damage from the thunder.
6 more thunder.
And when it does, it turns and it rolls and it misses horribly. So whatever you did to get Acor to protect you just now was the right thing.
Literally just standing still.
Yeah, sometimes that's bravely standing there. You do have the holy backhand, though.
Yes, the holy backhand and Morcant.
2 points
That
of
was
damage.
One punch cleric. The one punch cleric.
The one on you, Carridwin, what's your AC?
12?
And it hits. Damn. If it was a little more, it would have missed. So it does 5, and because it hit, it will also try and hit you with a bite. And it does. With its bite, it does.
Have we been rolling for Eslov? I forgot.
He's gonna get.
I don't know what his
actually
turn is. Okay, no, I didn't know if we missed his turn. I was just thinking like,
He was after me.
does he? Oh, okay.
It was pretty amazing.
And you take eight more.
That's 13.
Twin, how you looking?
I'm at 20 out of 38.
All right. So actually, let's give Eslov his strike because we didn't do it this turn, and we should have.
So we did.
I
We
would
did not.
probably either have him use his breath weapon or have him switch to his two-handed axes. So we could have. Oh well, no. Never mind. It doesn't matter because he doesn't have. Never mind. So we can have him use his breath weapon or have him use his great axe again.
Would he use his breath weapon on them because of the whole dragon thing?
I don't think he would.
We're also
Okay,
both
then he'll just whack them.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking. I know you said earlier, Scott, that he said he wouldn't use his rage against them. So I was thinking probably the same thing for the breath weapon. I would assume.
I was thinking possibly.
I think he would know that it probably would have less effect on them than it would other things.
Okay, we'll just have him try to hit it with the great axe again. So.
Yeah.
Roll. Okay, so that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Finally.
Boom. The
Okay,
big axe
so
drops.
1d12. Sweet, he does 16 points of damage
Damn.
with great axe. Good job, Esper.
Oh my.
And the thing lets out a and it turns back that way, away from Morcant. And then it had done its thing. We're on Morcant, your turn.
Oh, exciting. So how close is that one to me?
It had moved away. It's about 15 or 20 feet from you now.
Wait, if it moved away, that means I got another attack of opportunity. Let me
That's
punch
true.
it again. I did not land the punch, or the punch was not powerful enough to hurt it.
Right.
Whichever narratively is better.
You didn't land it. Of course it's powerful enough.
The holy backhand.
It's holy.
Holy backhand. Barely scrapes over the top of the scales. Missing by a hair's breadth.
A sparkle of Acor energy pulsates, just barely missing.
The one that's clearly more injured, I will say my little prayer and toll the dead.
Okay. That's the one that is on Vesryn. It had turned towards you, then got hit with the axe of Eslov and turned away from you towards Eslov.
The very confused one that is probably less than alive in a second here, if I could keep both my dice on the table. That is 18. If it fails?
It fails its save.
Nice.
Let it hear the tides of Akor.
How much you say it takes?
18?
18. And you cast on it as it's turning and writhing from the attacks from both sides of it, and you in the center. And this spell hits it, and you see that it goes from white to almost a black almost immediately, and its body falls in onto the ice. And the other one turns.
Return to Akor.
And the other one turns. See what it's going to do. It's right up against Carridwin.
And me, right? It's right next to me as well.
It's a little further from you because the other one was between you and it.
Gotcha.
It's going to move back into the cave and back away. It doesn't flee back. It doesn't turn around. It backs away.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You can.
I hit it with my long sword. I missed. Yeah, of course. Just to get it out in time. It's just like, oh, you're moving. Okay. Oh, I have leaps. Okay.
Now, Scott, did it die of 1 or 2 damage? Was it that close?
No, it
Punch
was.
mattered?
No, it was pretty big.
Okay.
It was about 8 damage.
Okay.
Over. So,
Top of the round?
what were you
Or
doing, Carridwin?
Oh,
Did
no.
you?
I missed.
Oh, you missed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Vesryn, we're back to 23. What are you doing?
I'm going to pursue her, or it. I don't know if it's the mother or the father or whatever it is. One sounded like a couple to me. I don't know why. They could have been siblings. But in
Okay.
my mind, I pictured them as a couple.
Child involved now.
Well, I honestly, I will say out of character, the first thought when he sat there and said they're in the tunnels, that maybe these were like they keep their eggs, and they were like panicked that we were going near their eggs. That made sense to my mind. That was what I was
Oh,
thinking.
yeah, I can definitely see that. I thought they
So-
were siblings.
Yeah, and it might be. I don't know. That's just where my mind went. So, like, anyways, Vesryn will like charge toward this thing.
Okay.
Use his like rapier to keep him from sliding too hard on the ice as he plunges deep into this thing with his, or attempts to plunge his shadow blade into it.
Attempt away.
All right. 25. Yes, I count on my fingers like a kid.
Yeah, that hits. We all count on our fingers like kids because it's it's smart.
12 for the shadow, and then only another 2 more for the thunder. But if it moves another 5 feet, it will take another thunder damage. And I will tell it, yield.
Carridwin, what are you doing? You see that it gets hit by Vesryn, who moves forward on it, but it is backing. It had been backing away.
I'm gonna try to attack it with my longsword again.
Okay.
So.
Just don't trust this thing. It's going to walk away and it's going to follow us down the tunnels and eat one of us when we're sleeping.
Yeah, me, yeah, same here. That's a natural 19 to hit.
That hits.
Two-handed strike.
Nice, Dwayne. Two-handed strike? Oh, man, I can totally see Dwayne like, ah! I'm through with this shit!
That's 9 points of damage.
Nice.
And I'll use my bardic inspiration on Vesryn.
Oh,
You were like empowered by my battle cry, and then just go ah.
I am. I'm like, I'm impressed. I'm like, yes.
It's impressive. Eslov.
I'm proud of the way you used my brother's sword.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Doing
guys
it on it.
decide. What do you want Eslov to do? Swing or?
I think he'd be concerned with Amari.
Yeah, let him.
Yeah, okay. Making sure they get through.
Yeah,
Protecting
he'd
the
go
hull.
and check the hole.
Okay. And the creature, as it backs away, it hisses and it spits ice shards at Vesryn and Carridwin, who are in its path. Can you make me dex saves?
19 this time.
A 19? You made it.
Yes.
I didn't make it. I got a 8.
Okay.
It hurt last time, just so you know. It hurt.
Oh, it half hurt.
Now,
Okay. So if you missed it, you take 16. If you made it, you take 8.
Okay. I have my cloak of cold resistance,
nice.
so I would take 8.
Yep. Nice.
Very nice. Jealous. Super jealous.
I mean, you guys were just like, yeah, do I need to have this cape? And I'm like, okay.
we gotta protect Mama Bear, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got mayonnaise. I can't complain.
You had mayonnaise. Now the kobolds are enjoying it.
Morcant, what are you doing?
I guess I'll kind of drop my guard and just be like, if you wish to save your life, it's your last chance to make one more barter for it. And start walking towards my mace. If I can reach it with my half movement speed, go pick it up.
You won't get to it in the
just-
turn.
Casually stroll to it then, not a care in the world.
And back to the top, Vesryn, you are in front of this thing, and it just hit you with the breath weapon, and it is still back. It's still trying to back away.
I'm hitting it. Well, did it move, by the way, after I hit it? Was it moving away?
Yeah, it is, but it's moving backwards, so it's not moving at its full speed.
Well, I'm saying because it would take the thunder damage. is what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying.
you're right. Your thunder damage. Do your thunder damage.
And will we get an attack of opportunity if it was backing away from us? 4 more points of thunder damage. And on my turn, I will just charge right into this thing because
Okay.
I offered it after I hit it last time. I said surrender, and it blew breath chunks on us. So
It did.
yeah,
It's what
Not
it
bad.
does.
yeah. 17. I rolled a 10, so plus 7, 17.
17 hits. That's exactly what you need to hit.
All right. Let's see here. One of the dice didn't go in there. Okay. 14, 15, and that's it's 14 psychic, 1 point of thunder, so 15 total. Only got 1 with the thunder. I think it's funny that Eslov is such a badass. He rolls 1d12 and does like 16 points. I have to roll like 4d8 to do like 14 or 15 points of damage. He's a bad mother. What? I'm only talking about Eslov.
Carridwin.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay.
Get something back. Get 5 points back. And then I'll try to hit it with my longsword again.
Okay.
Because I rolled a natural 8. And I get plus 5. So yeah, that's a 13.
A 14, that misses. Eslov's helping. It turns and starts running.
Attack of opportunity?
So everyone gets an attack of opportunity that is close enough, which is you and Cerridwen. Morcant could also, if he wanted, but he didn't have a weapon except his backhand.
Oh, I know
Not one of
exactly.
those 10.
18.
That hits.
So just 3d6. Or 3d8, sorry.
Natural 1 hit.
8.
No.
18 with the psychic damage, plus, because it's running away, it takes another thunder damage. And another 8! Fuck yeah! Better than that 1 I just rolled the last turn for that thunder damage.
Yeah, this thing's hobbling, but it's still running. And Carridwin? Oh, you cast to. Oh no, are you taking
I missed
attack?
again. I rolled another 7, so
Okay.
I put my dice in dice chain.
And it's moving. It's very sure-footed on the ice. It also seems to be able to move faster than you think you could run.
My turn?
Yes.
Sure thing or risky thing, guys? What do you want me to do?
Whatever you're feeling. Whatever you're feeling.
Evens or odds, Morgan?
I always go odds, man, because I'm an oddball.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the risky way then. I'll just say my little prayer again and be like, the tides of Ackhold will decide, and I'll toll the dead.
Here we go again.
20 damage.
Oof. And the spell wraps around it and it keeps running, but you do see blackening on its skin as it runs, as it flees. And it gets across the room, and it disappears down on the other side of wherever this platform that you're in disappears to.
Is there any way I could try to run and hit it with a spell?
How fast can you run on ice?
I mean, I have a 35 walking speed, I think normally, and then with that might be from the feature. I can't remember something.
Misty Step or something?
I do have Misty Step, so I could bonus action Misty Step,
You could.
and then I could move 35 feet normally. I don't know what you would
Do you
say.
have exhaustion?
I don't have exhaustion on me right now.
Okay, yeah.
You could.
I don't want this because I feel like this thing's gonna come back and try to eat one of us when we're like camping out and resting.
Misty step on its back and just be like, ah.
So I will move I'll Misty Step across the room to where it went down the hole, and if I can see it, then I'll fire. If not, then I will move as far as I can go with my movement.
Okay.
Vesryn's not letting this thing get away. And then if I can see it and hit it with a spell, then I will.
There's 5 more of them in the pool.
When you get over there, you can see it still down the tunnel, but within range now.
All right.
I mean, you could be on it with the Misty Step. So
I actually haven't used a lot of spells, so I could hit it with something. I'll save 1/3 level spell for later. I'll hit it with a 2nd level spell if I can hit it.
Well,
How far away is it?
Misty Step, that's the spell, right?
It's a ring for me. I have a ring.
Okay.
That's my magic.
Never mind. Go forth. That's Misty.
Yeah, it's bonus action casting, and it's a ring.
yeah,
So, can I hit it with a chromatic orb?
you could.
A classic.
Yes, classic Vesryn. I will throw. I know that the thunder damage seems to be working on it, right?
Yes.
Let's see. Can I do thunder? No, I can. Yeah, I can do thunder. So I'll throw like a ball of thunder at it. I'll attempt to, anyways. Right. +7. Come on, baby. Fuck yeah, dude! I am on fire with these rolls tonight. Other than it fucking me up with, that dex save, damn near dropping me beyond half my health. I've been pretty good. All right. So it's a 2nd level casting of chromatic orb. So it's 48. 1, 2, 3, and there's 4th one. There it is. Come on, big numbers. That's not too bad. 19, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 more points of thunder.
Right.
And if it stays up, then I'm just going to yell at it, do not come back, or there's more for you. Because I don't think I can keep up with it after that point.
Yeah, you can't. And it continues. It continues running. It takes the damage and continues fleeing down the tube, down the tunnel, and the tunnel continue and it curves as it runs.
Well, I'm taking some of this damn treasure now.
Dwayne's just gonna exhale and then slowly turn back back to the group.
Well,
Well,
as the group gathers together, I'll start a prayer of healing.
Vesryn's going to I'm going to try to go as far out as I can. No, it doesn't matter. 20 feet's not going to be enough for this thing to alarm while he's doing that. This thing will just be able to come right up on us. Vesryn will just stand guard while you're casting that healing, waiting for this thing to show up again.
I'll check up on Omari and Jacopo.
Well, Omari and Jacopo, when you put them in that hole, they slid down to somewhere.
Oh,
Just
shit.
gonna look down like,
Would
can I
Eslov
fit in this hole?
Would Eslov have gone too when he went to look for them?
I think he would have if he could fit.
Yeah,
Ugh.
he would have gone with them to make sure they were safe.
All right.
Do we stick around for the 10 minutes for me to heal everyone?
Yell down the hole. Yell down the hole. See if they can hear you.
Eslov, can you hear me?
Yes, we are at the bottom.
Okay, we chased it off. I'll send a rope down. So, throw a rope down there. I'm like, you can tie up Jacopo, send him up first.
Actually, when you're doing that, I will take 10 minutes to ritual cast Detect Magic.
He can't see in the dark, right? Right, he doesn't have dark vision.
He has he
has the light.
And the axe.
Yeah, the axe. He says, there's more stuff down here, though.
Oh, okay. Well, do you need healing? Morcant cast
did you-
a spell.
I don't think he got hit.
I don't think he took damage.
I don't think it took damage either.
Yep.
It's just mostly me, you, and Morcant.
Yeah.
I'm
mean,
okay.
mostly the two of you.
Yeah.
Alright, well, sit tight. We're gonna look through the stuff over here. Let's see if we can find something to keep us warm.
17 health back to the two of you.
Yay!
Oh, thank God.
Wow. Morcant doesn't usually do healing like that. He's usually not a healer.
Ever healed.
You've done it before.
Yeah, but I didn't roll this well.
Right, it was always like 3.
Oh.
Yes, well, more than 3. It was like 10 or something. It was bad.
With Detect Magic, are we able to see anything of value in this pile, magical-wise?
Well, it's hard to tell because it's the pile up there is just it's furs and mostly coins.
All right, so I say grab the furs and grab some handfuls of coin, and you can't carry all
Yeah,
this
is there like
coin.
a
Yeah,
purse?
there's
Is there like a purse?
there's purses. There's some bottles of frozen water, like some water skins.
We should take those. That'd
There's
help.
Yeah, I'll take the...
there's some damaged leather, like broken leather pieces from like armor and stuff.
Are there any shields?
There's no shields. There are a couple of rusted daggers.
I'll take one of the rusted daggers for now.
I'll take a rusted dagger.
There's and there's some kind of talisman of some kind.
I'll grab the talisman. Might be worth something money-wise.
Alright,
Does it have any symbols to it on the talisman?
There are.
Is it like runes or draconic symbols or anything?
Oh, I don't think I'd call it runes. I think it's more like carvings, like images and stuff.
All right, I'll hand that to Dwin. She might be able to figure out what it is. She's our historian, pretty much.
okay, I'll check it out. Turn it in my hand. Do I get anything? Roll.
No, it's some kind of carvings from the people of the north. It's pretty obvious what it is. It's things like seal hunting and stuff like that. Images. They're just kind of primitive in their style.
Seems pretty old. Primitive. You know, looks like they're hunting. I'm not going to ask Eslov about it. He probably would know more.
All right. If we grab a handful of coin, how much can we probably grab? If we grab a couple handfuls, just.
There's gold and silver. You could, if you had pockets. I mean, you have a couple purses. You could fill the purses up.
Okay,
Yeah.
now fill first up.
Yeah. Never know when we need money when we get.
100, 200 coins.
Morcant shakes his head in disbelief at the greed. And
It's not about greed, dude. When we get out of here, we're gonna have to be able to afford to get out of here.
braces himself down the hole to see what Eslov sees.
Yeah.
If we agreed, we'd be taking the whole vial.
Yeah. I'm just
disappointed.
I'm going to grab the furs and water skins and useful things.
And when you turn, Eslov is there, and he goes, "They may want some furs too." And Omari and Jacopo are there.
Yeah, I was just grabbing these furs for them.
The cave that we went down went to the bottom of this cave over in that area. There's some more junk down there.
yeah.
Right.
We're sliding down, right? Because that's where Morcant just went.
No, you don't need to slide down. That's what he's saying. Is like it's just a big circle. You can kind of walk down to it.
Okay,
Well, would it be quicker to slide down there? Because if it is, because I have slow detect magic up, and I want to be able to use it.
Yeah, it would be faster to slide. Yeah.
Whee! Yeah, just like that, Morcant. Whee!
Yeah.
Is there anything of note down there?
Can you make me a D10 roll, please?
A D10 roll. Ooh. 7
Okay, roll me percentile.
percentile.
Ooh, Brandon Ford.
All right.
And pretty.
62.
62.
Good number. Good number.
I hope. I was hoping it'd be 69.
What-
or 420, but that's not possible on a D100.
There's an old and damaged morning star. You know what a morning star is? Like weapon.
Yeah.
With made of like a wooden limb, like a tree limb, and it has a bunch of obsidian carved into it, put into it. It is magical.
Hey, I'll put that off to the side so I can identify it later.
Can you make me
Anything
another D10 roll?
Another D10 roll. A 9. All right. I'm going to roll a different D100
Okay.
because
Percentile?
where's it? I'm missing a die. Oh, there. No. Oh well. Sorry, I was looking for another set and I couldn't find the other one. 12.
12.
Oh, there it is.
There's a tiny ebony puzzle box.
Ooh. Pick that up and put that off to the side for further investigation.
And Carridwin, would you like to roll? I don't want to give all the fun to Vesryn.
Sorry. I was...
So roll me a D10 first.
And it's magical, right? The box?
Yes.
Okay, these are things that I'm seeing with magic
Yeah.
eyes. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll tell you the other stuff you see.
That's a 9.
A 9. Roll me percentile.
$23.
It's a good number.
Solid number.
There is a shield made of a tortoise shell. It's banded in iron and decorated with electrum inlay. Very cool.
Oh,
Totally
cool.
fitting here.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay.
You want to roll again? A D10?
Am I rolling again?
Yeah.
We
What's
gotta
his
find-
shield?
I find a way out of here after this.
That's a 3.
Okay, roll me a d4.
That's a 4.
There's a purple dotted jester's cap.
Also magical?
Also magical.
All right. So, I haven't marine stuff down here. We have to go through
And
these.
Eslov doesn't get a roll because he's not there. But Morcant, you're there if you want to pick through the deads, the product of the dead.
Like, I think that might be magical over there, Morcant. Can you pick that up?
Yes. Which item? The D10 first, right, Scott?
Yes.
All right. That is a 10.
All right.
Nice.
Percentile.
He's gonna roll 100. Roll 100. Roll 100. Roll 100.
Yeah, there's no way I'm rolling a 10 and then a 100. That's just not.
It could happen.
71. 71.
That's a solid number.
That's a good number. Nice high number. Not too high, though. Not getting greedy here.
Okay, there's a set of ropes with grappling hooks, and the ropes themselves are magical. The hooks are not.
Nice.
Oh, please be ropes of climbing. I'd be so happy.
I know, me too. Like, now we get this shit. Now we can go over the mountains. Let's go.
That's true. You could. And
Twisted.
outside of this, there's a lot of rusted iron and metal of armor and weapons that have been piled up here. Can I get a perception check
From everyone, or?
from everyone?
Where's that shit?
Not good for me, but that's a 12.
14. 14.
That would be a 26.
Damn.
Morcant, you notice that as you're moving some of the stuff around, you realize there's a hole in the ground, or not in the ground, but in the wall right behind this. It's not real big, but it does look like someone could fit through it. But the stuff was just sort of mounded in front of it.
Kind of push the stuff away and.
You'll see it's like this crevice in the rock that's behind it.
It appears I could probably climb up this hole.
It goes down.
I could climb down this hole. Now, do we see any of the 3 major paths? Are those still open to us? Like, have we not explored them at all?
You haven't explored them. You only explored one, and then this is the second. This is the one that went around to the right. So there's 2 others that have not been explored.
Is there anything else in the pile that we can give to like the NPCs?
Yeah, furs and some leather, a little bit of leather, like piecemeal bits. And there is clothing. It's just sort of rotted, but it's better than not. The furs are really the most valuable thing. But they can take weapons. They can have and use rusted weapons. And they can use, they probably take some money too, some gold too.
Yeah,
All of them. In fact, they probably try and take, it's very likely they're taking more gold than you guys are, trying to pile it into their pouch tighter and fuller than you. Except Omari, who's not doing it like that, but is taking some.
Jacob's unconscious.
Oh, he's unconscious. He's not taking
Yeah,
it.
I'm
You're
gonna
right.
like bundle him up in the fur.
We
Yeah.
could take some of those clothes and bundle up the money for them for their troubles and tie it on them.
Yeah, I would pay for their therapy,
Make a sled out of rusted swords and the hides and just pile it all on the sled and drag it with it.
Is there like a bow and arrows that
Yeah, if there's any bow and arrows, I want
any
one
like
too.
ranged weapons we can give them?
There's a short bow and there's a sling. They're not great shape, but they're there, and there are a few arrows.
All right, I'll give the short bow to Omari with the arrows, and then I don't know, hang on to the sling. Okay, shot.
Well, I would really like to look over the things that we found here, but we should definitely not do it in the belly of the beast.
Yeah, let's try to keep moving out here. Man.
Morcant, do you trust that hole you found? Do you think we should go down there? Do you think we should look for another way out, another tunnel?
I mean, there are two perfectly good tunnels we can go through, but we definitely won't be chased by that beast if we go through this hole.
It's true.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, we could try to lower somebody down first, either yourself or myself, to see what's down there.
Yes, I have this grappling hook. I can just latch it here and lower myself down.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
That's what I'll do, Scott.
Okay. So you put the hook into the ice on the side there. And when you lower the rope and you start to slide down, you realize that the climbing takes no effort. And you just shimmy down as if you were walking almost. I mean, you still have to climb, but it's effortless. You don't feel the weight of yourself. It just sort of lowers you. And wow.
Was there two sets of these?
Yes.
2 sets.
There were
Okay,
two ropes. There were 2 ropes.
Yeah.
Each with a grapple.
All right, now that I'm down at the bottom, what do I see?
You're in a room that is, the floor is stone, and in the center of this room, you can see in the dark, right? You have dark vision? Yeah, you're half. In the center of the room, there's a stone pillar that looks sort of similar to some of the pillars you saw in Elixia, actually, with carvings and runes on them.
Anything I particularly recognize in the...
Some of the symbols are very similar or the same as some of the ones that you saw on the one that on the portal stones on Elixia.
Cerridwen, there's something you might want to see down here. If you can fit.
Down the rope. All right.
Wait, this looks like one of the portal stones you said?
It looks very similar to one of the portal stones.
I'll walk over and ask. I want to think that Carriagewin has Yakupo kind of like a baby backpack on.
Right. Not a baby Bjorn on the front. His legs dangling.
Dang.
That would be much funnier.
I don't know what would be safer. No, she'd want to keep him warmer, so she would bind it to her chest somehow, cloak or whatever they have, or leathers, whatever. And comes down and looks at the stone.
And the stone, it's taller than the ones you've seen. It rises up in the room some, but the top is flat at an angle, and you can see the symbols like you'd seen on the ones on Elixia. Off on the walls, there are symbols that wrap it also. And they look not identical, but very similar to the ones you had seen before.
Can I decipher what they mean?
You think they're portals of some kind, that it's a portal stone of some kind.
Looks like a portal stone. Running back to Elixia.
It's a shame we have nothing to sacrifice.
We just killed something up here.
Oh, can you cram it down this hole, Vesryn?
Well, I don't know if it's the same type of portal. It may be similar. Doesn't mean that it uses the same type of magic. Would I be able to look at it and use Arcana to figure out how this might function, seeing that we have come across something similar before?
You do know that it's a portal. I mean, between you and Carridwin, you can spend a little time on it, and you know that it's a portal stone of some kind. You don't understand where it sends you.
Well, I mean,
Or even how it does it. The symbols aren't ones you've seen for that, but you know that based on how the other ones worked, that they did have a language to them that in general made sense, but there are some runes here that are not ones you know. You just do know that it's a portal stone and it works with blood magic, just like, not necessarily in the same way as the other one, but in that same vein.
So I'll try to go upstairs and take some of the blood from that creature and bring it down and see if we can use it.
How are you?
First,
how are you gathering blood?
I put it on taking some of the rotten clothes rags, and I can drain it out onto it, kind of thing. Get it soaking wet in the blood of the creature.
Okay.
And then go down the rope, and I will say, do we want to see where this goes? I mean, we have two options. We can go through this and see where it takes us, if we can get it to work, that is. Or we can try to brave the wilds and travel for, as those things said up there, leagues, and try to survive in the wilderness with very little.
I mean, I say we go for the portal. It can't get much worse. I vote for portal. Let's try it.
Half asleep Morcant just kind of look up. I don't even enjoy camping with you. We need to get out of here as quick as possible, please.
I thought we'd been getting along, Morcant. We've traveled so well together.
I am quite tired, Vesryn. You're a dear friend.
So am I.
Back with your shelter, where I don't have to deal with this cold anymore.
All right, so I will take that soaking wet blood and I will try to do the ritual to it and see if that will open up anything.
Okay. All right, let's take a quick break here before we do that. A little bio break for everybody.
Yes.
So we'll be back in just a few minutes, everybody. See you in a few.
Oh man, we're gonna go and
We are back, everybody. Our breaks are over, and everyone was here standing in this hidden little cave that was behind the piles of awesome treasure, like rusted weapons and typical things like coins. And I think they were deciding what they wanted to do, although they were getting some blood in case.
Yes. Well, I think we all are in agreement on using this portal, but perhaps we should gather more of the coin in case we go somewhere where we need to buy our freedom.
So you're gathering more and more coin?
Hopefully just enough to, like, if we go somewhere where people are like, you want out here, you got to pay us this, or you want to leave here, you want to ship, this is going to cost you this much. Just, I'm thinking like that. If anything, we can at least give Yakubo and Captain Amari the money to pay the sailors' families the sailors who may have had families that were lost at sea. So, I mean, it's not so much for us, it's more like make sure that we can get wherever we need to go and then pay for those that have been lost.
Morcant will just sit down in a room in his exhausted state and watch over the two who are injured with us.
I'll go back up and I will get clothes and load them with coin and basically turn the clothes into like bags.
Okay.
And lower them down.
So money bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, whole compensation for people, life insurance.
That could become a good nickname for you. It could be Vesryn Money Bags.
Yeah, I give more. I think I've given more money away than anybody else in the party, to be honest.
You are. Okay, so now that you have a little time, what are you're gathering money, you're getting everybody in warmer clothes and letting them warm up some.
And then after we gather the money, I will study the runes a little bit longer just to try to make sure I can try to figure this out as safely as possible to transport us wherever we're going to go as safely as I possibly can, and then I will try to initiate it with the blood.
I'll let you and Cerridwen, actually all three of you can make an Arcana roll.
Yes. That's what I'm good at.
15 plus 7. Wow, my Arcana's high. Well, I should be. I'm a wizard.
So you're a wizard.
For a second there, I forgot I was a wizard. I'm like, damn, plus 7. That's pretty damn good.
You haven't been a wizard tonight. You've been mostly
22.
15.
10.
Vesryn. Oddly, you think that this rune on it says something like it will move you to where you are, which to you means probably like it'll move you to right where you are, like right here, which makes no sense for a portal.
I will relay that information to the others to see if they can make anything of that concept. I'm possibly misreading this, but it says it will move you to where you are. Oh, it's cold down here.
That's true. It is.
I really have no energy for this riddle. I think we just need to...
Well, the only thing I kind of get is remember when we went through that to that other place where we buried children? It was sort of like a dream. I mean, I'm just grasping at strings of this, but maybe it refers to somehow you're put into a dream state, and then your body and consciousness are separated somehow, and then this will put you back together.
Well, like you're saying, like perhaps it's like it takes us to here, but like in a
different plane, or
yes, could possibly be it. But if that's the case, and it was like the other one, we should be able to move through it pretty safely. But the problem is, if it's like the other one, time will go by faster.
yeah.
Or it could go slower. I mean, not every situation means it's the same.
Well, I mean, we face a lot of hardship for sure here. I mean, I still say we try to take this gamble.
Yes.
Also, Agent
Who knows?
Chaos.
Agent of Chaos. Understood. I know you have no energy, but Morcant, are you okay with us trying to activate this and seeing if it takes us?
It is significantly more likely that I'll be able to find a stove, and a bed if we use this teleporter than if we don't. So I'd much rather you use it.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'm cranky when tired.
yeah, we can tell. So Vesryn will try to use the blood to see if he can activate it.
Okay.
Going to that spot, wring it out, getting enough blood so where he can just kind of put it down wherever would be like the activation section.
And you put the blood on it, and as you're doing it, like almost as soon as the blood touches the stone, an eyeball appears on the stone and opens, like from the rune, like one of the runes opens up and there's an eyeball in it.
Totally normal.
Something.
Do you have a mouth somewhere? Look around.
And you see the runes that are on the walls are glowing now because of the blood being placed. And the eyes are looking at all of you. Can I get a wisdom save from everyone?
I have disadvantages on checks. So.
19.
What'd you
I
get?
got a red dice.
I got a good roll. I'm good.
19.
If you have a little exhaustion or you're rolling at disadvantage.
So how
Well,
many
you didn't
levels
have
do you
any
have?
more.
Save. Saves is
I don't remember at this point.
I thought you didn't. I thought we'd rested and you got yours back too. Or
I
did you
thought
still
I
have
had
one
like
left?
one maybe, but
You probably still have one then.
Yeah, even
You
with
did.
one, it would only be a disadvantage on ability checks, not on saving
okay.
throws. Saving throws is third.
And it's a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Okay, 21.
And what'd you get, Morcant?
25.
All right. You want to? Somebody want to roll for Eslov?
Are we rolling for the other two as well?
Yep.
All right. I'll roll for Captain Amari.
I guess I'll get Eslov then.
I rolled 11, whatever her bonuses are, plus the 11. Yeah.
Jacopo got 7.
5 plus whatever.
I never
modifier.
Wisdom.
I'm hoping he's gonna like a plus 20 wisdom modifier.
Wait, what did Eslov get?
5 plus his modifier.
8.
Good roll, Eslov.
And Jacopo got a 7.
Yeah,
But he's unconscious.
And what did
Plus whatever
Omari
his
get?
bonus is.
true.
She got 11 plus whatever she has as a bonus. I only rolled 11 for her.
Okay.
Because I kept rolling that white dice. I should have kept my red one. They've been rolling really hot tonight.
So, Eslov, Jacopo, and Omari, you see their eyes just open wide, and they start screaming loudly, and their bodies collapse. And the three of you, who got the really good save numbers, hear a voice in your head. Do you know where you wish to go? And do you know who will be your sacrifice?
Oh, can we sacrifice? Does it have to already be live? Or can it already be recently dead?
Someone here must be sacrificed.
High or low, Morgan?
Low.
They would like to go somewhere warm, and I'll be sacrificed.
No, we're not sacrificing Morcant.
No. We have to all agree on this.
It's the only way. Someone has to go, and I won't allow anyone else.
Well, we could go with that thing.
Can we give you the creature upstairs that we've already killed?
And you hear, the three of you will pass. One of the other four there must be sacrificed.
Of the three?
No, the other four, it says.
Four?
Yep.
Oh, so it has to do with who didn't save.
What? Four? There's only three.
There's only 3.
Who's the fourth?
I understand.
So who
No.
are up?
I'm looking around. Is there somebody else in the room that's in pain on the ground?
No, just the three of them.
And then I guess we'll walk.
Or we can sacrifice the fourth that's not visible. It could
I
be the other. Could be a creature that we fought.
Not condone such things. I will not sacrifice some sentient creature so that we can have easy travels.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know who we're asking. This
You have already made the decision. I will not release the others until one has been sacrificed.
Do you think there's a range on this effect?
Well, I mean,
Some sort of range. I mean, it's not infinite.
I would say, listen, we know that these three are with us. Nobody else has been with us. The fourth, it could easily be something nasty in here. I don't see it, I don't know what it is, but we have no choice at this point.
It can be completely innocent.
It could be. Or it could be something nasty, and if we travel to where we're going and this thing goes with us, it could destroy whatever's there. It could attack people. What if it's sensing the other creature and we let it loose upon the city?
And we will be there to kill it. But I think we need to...
We can't break it, Morcant, so we have to choose. It's not allowing our friends to go. It said we cannot be chosen. It has to be one of the four. If we knew this beforehand, we could stop and not do it.
This and press it into the eye and just keep pressing.
It's almost like it's going through a mist.
Dwayne, what is your thoughts? We have to choose. These type of magics are bound.
None of these choices are good.
No, I didn't say they were.
Creature, what is your name?
It doesn't answer. It doesn't say anything.
I say we try to find what the fourth thing is in this room.
Yes, let's take a look around. I will cast Detect Invisibility.
Can you make me a wisdom save to see if you can cast?
Yes. Wisdom save or a concentration check, or is it wisdom save?
A wisdom save.
Okay. Probably not. Rolled a 3. 3
Yeah.
plus my wisdom, which is 7.
No. You're having trouble clearing your mind enough to get the spell out, to get a spell out.
Are you okay, Vesryn?
I was trying to see if I can detect that. Or cast any of my spells, and it won't let me. My magic is locked.
So we all prisoner of this thing until
We
we
make
make
a
a
choice.
decision.
The best decision I could think of, and yes, there are, it could be good or it could be bad, is the fourth being. But, I mean, we know that these people are good. We're not going to sacrifice Eslov. Do we sacrifice Captain Amari? She was supposed to go down with the ship, if you go with those terms. Do you feel comfortable with that? I don't either. I'm asking you, Morcant. What is... You're the one who's telling us not to kill the fourth invisible person. So I'm saying, what is your suggestion?
I don't know, but there has to be some way to break what we're currently in.
Well, if you have an option, let me know, because my magic is blocked to me at this moment.
Creatures, is there any way for us to turn back now?
You have already made the sacrifice to awaken me.
Why must we choose one of the creatures that are under the spell? Why can't we choose one of ourselves?
The three of you were too strong. I cannot accept your sacrifice. One of the weak must be sacrificed.
If I allow myself to be subdued, can I be sacrificed?
There's no response.
I guess we have no choice then, Vesryn. Go ahead and say it. And in his holier than thou sense, he'll just kind of lean back.
No, has to
We
be...
could try to break the rock.
What?
We could try to break the stone.
Vesryn looking at Morcant with his holier-than-thou attitude, knowing that this is a decision that has to be made, not one that wants to be made.
Making Vesryn make the hard decisions once again.
He'll look at Dwyn. Are you in agreement with the fourth person? I mean, it's Jacobo, Captain Amari, Eslov, or the unknown.
I just wish I knew who I was getting. And then she'll say out in like all the languages she knows. If anyone's here, now is your time to speak.
Well, they're
We don't-
unconscious.
We don't hear. They're all unconscious. I thought they yelled at. We didn't hear a fourth yell when
they collapsed. You
when
heard
the yelling.
no? You just heard
No.
them yell.
Creature, how far does your magic reach in sensing other lives? Is it just in this room?
It doesn't answer that.
Gwyn's just gonna like, how big is this pillar? How big is it?
Morcant, can you make me a religion check?
Religion check. Ooh, things just got interesting.
Gwyn's just trying to push the pillar over. At this point, just trying to push it over.
12?
Okay.
Morcant
Not
knows
doing
that.
very well.
No.
She's too tired.
Right.
Well,
Well, this decision is not made lightly or without care or knowing that we are possibly making a terrible sacrifice. As we need to get Jacobo to help. And we need to get everybody else to safety. So, we choose the fourth unknown figure that we cannot see.
And there's a horrible scream that comes from Eslov, and the flesh off his back is torn from him, and it's pulled to the stone, and it's absorbed into the stone, and then you find yourself in the middle of a forest.
Well, we didn't say forest. We want to go to a city.
Oh, I thought you said a warm place. Oh, a city. Okay.
I want to go to a city. I want to go to the city that. What's the city that you wanted to go to? Dwayne? What's that city where we were supposed to be going to?
Wythe.
Wythe. Yeah, let's go to Wythe.
If we're sacrificing Eslov's tattoo, then we're going to Wythe. We're not going to a woods.
which apparently has a low wisdom, so...
Well, it's connected to him. It probably was based on his wisdom failure.
And
yes.
and you are immediately not where you were before, and Eslov looks like he's in pain, and you're in the middle of a town, you know, that you don't recognize.
We'll run and attend to Eslov as quickly as I can.
He's taken a lot of damage to his back. The tattoo is completely removed from him, and the flesh around it was torn from him, leaving his back skin without skin.
Vesryn just sits down, like...
Is he still passed out?
Oh, he's unconscious. If he wasn't before, I mean, he was. He would have been by now from this.
He would have made this sacrifice every single time, Vesryn. Don't worry about what he did.
It's not the point. He didn't have a choice, and I didn't know.
I mean, he's feeling more honest.
Are we like in the middle of a tavern with a bunch of people looking at us?
It's actually evening, and you're in what you think would be an alleyway between a bunch of buildings.
Let us find the local soul where we can tend to our friends.
You guys go ahead without me. I'll catch up in a few moments. I just need a moment to think.
There are 3 people that need to be carried right now, Vesryn.
And I'm not strong enough to carry any of them. This is very clear.
Amari's walking.
No, Amari is well. Oh no, she's. Are they both still? Are they, everybody unconscious? All three of them are unconscious, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Fine. I will take Jacobo. He's the lightest of the three. I'm assuming. Is Jacobo the lightest, or is Captain Amari the lightest?
Probably Almari. She's
Vesryn will
she's
carry
not
on.
real big.
I'll place Yakumo over my shoulder.
I'll get us slow.
Look for a guard to point us in the right direction.
In
We
the-
carry bodies.
As you get to the end or edge of the alleyway, you hear like a roaring fire and laughing and what sounds like a party. And there's light coming off from one angle.
I think all of us are just look at it like with like half glazed eyes and then like shoulder our burdens and keep going with a soul.
Yeah, we're trying to find a soul.
The guard or something that looks like it might be the soul or a
No,
hostel.
it looks
tavern.
looks more like something from a festival with a big burning pyre in the middle of the town square. What looks like a town square. And everyone around it is drinking and laughing, and there's people dancing. And you don't see a soul over there.
Do we see an inn?
Do any of you... Okay, what languages do you have?
I have Common, Draconic, Dwarfish, Elfish, Giant, Gnomish, and Sylvan.
Okay.
I can add halfling.
And I only have Common, Elven, and Sylvan.
All right. So after a while of trying to find somewhere, trying to find the right roads and stuff, you do find Morcant. You find what you think might be a symbol of Mava, the moon god.
Does it look like it's a temple to Mava or something of that effect? Or just a
You've
symbol
never-
of the truth?
You've never seen a temple to Mava, but maybe.
Here
You just know the symbol, that's all.
Symbol of Mava here. Perhaps they might be able to help us. Is there like a door? Or is it just like on the side of a wall?
It's not a door. There are beads hanging down from the top, and there's no door at all.
I'll kind of stick my head through 'em. Hello, my name is Morcant. I'm a follower of Akor, and my friends have been wounded. Is there anyone here who can help?
Yes, bring your friend.
Well, friends, and I'll come in with him. And if there's an appropriate place to lay him down, I will, like a countertop or a bed of some sort.
Lay him where you wish. And this place looks very weird. There are little pillows wrapped around a fire, but they kind of mound up. There's really no like hard bed surfaces or anything. It's more like everything very soft.
My apologies, I did not see a soul to Akor. Is there one in this city?
Akor here? No.
Oh. Well, I hope I am still welcome here amongst you.
Of course.
Oh, lovely. Could you please help tend to my friends? And anything I can do to assist, please let me know.
And she sees the injury, and she's, what's happened to him? It's like, and she said, give me one moment. I need to get someone else to help with this.
Carridwin's like
With everybody like
hold him.
focusing.
She like kind of has him in like a She put him like over the shoulder, so it's like she'd anchor him by his hips and not like strain the split any more than she had to.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get some pillows for him, and she's kind of like weakly like trying to kick some pillows together and then put him on it, belly down.
Yeah.
I do apologize, and I knocked them all out and ripped the tattoo from this one. I'm quite tired. I wish I could be of more help.
All of you can rest here. The pillows are very comfortable.
While everybody was like talking and putting them down, and when she looked at Eslov and looked at his wounds, Vesryn just puts Amari down, and he just kind of steps out into the night for a little bit. Not running away, but just stepping away from all this, and he wanders off a little bit just to be alone.
And when you're in there, inside, the woman who was first there comes back, and there's another woman with her, and she kneels at his side, and she starts putting her hand over the wound, like touching it, and where she touches it, you see that flesh grows again, and she's mumbling something under her breath.
Do I hear what she's mumbling?
Some kind of a healing spell.
Okay. Dwayne would make sure Yakubo's by the fire, and then try to give him water.
And she points at Jacopo and tells the other one, tend to his feet. I think he's been injured by the weather or something.
He came from a place very cold. Very cold.
Well, there's no place cold around here, so I'm not sure how that would have happened, but...
Very long story.
The eyeball teleported us here. We were in the Blue Waste about 5 minutes ago. Kind of lie back and nod off a little bit.
I think they're delirious. I think we need to get them some food and some drink. Finish with his feet, though. It does look like a cold injury, but it's
poisoned too. It's like barely lucid.
And they start caring for all of you, for your wounds and your injuries. And while you're out there in the front, Vesryn, you see every now and then somebody will walk by, and there is a Dragonborne that walks by, and the Dragonborne that walks by looks sort of like bluish. And it doesn't really pay any attention to you. It just sort of keeps going.
Yeah, Vesryn's just gonna walk a little bit of distance and like just kind of disappear into an alley and just sit down and just feel like shit. And like doesn't want anybody to know where he is. He just wants to be alone.
Yeah.
So even if they look for him, they won't find him right away. So
Yeah, I understand. Inside, Morcant, you sit back to rest, and one of the people in here, one of the women in here, comes and says, "Would you care for some drink and food before you rest?"
Yeah. Water would be terrific, and anything you have to spare would be great. Thank you very much.
We have a light ale. We have no water.
Then just some food, please.
And they have bread, and they bring all of you bread and some light ale.
Yep. Dwayne just eats all of it. She eats like a horse. Like,
Right.
she's so big.
And you rest. Your bodies are healed, and it doesn't take very long for anyone laying down to just fall asleep. You know, almost while you're eating, even it's like just exhausted. They're going over and they're checking everybody's feet and hands, and trying to heal up any frostbite type injuries which Jacopo had and Omari was getting. And the rest of you were probably getting also. Huh?
Morcant would have taken off enough of his armor to have a good night's sleep.
Yeah. And all of you fall asleep, except Vesryn, who's outside. And Vesryn, while you're out there, you hold on, I have to get to something. You can still see the fire sort of dancing in the distance, and you hear the sound of celebration and the warmth, even from the fire. It's a huge fire. You can even feel it down this far down, and there are people sort of stumbling down the street. You're in the alleyway, and you see people stumbling down the street, couples. They're kissing on each other, and a lot of them, you notice have tattoos on them, or skin art on them. I don't want to call it tattoos. Some of them have piercings. And can you make me a perception check? Let's see how far you go with this.
14 plus 4, 18.
A lot of them have what you've come to recognize as the hands of craftsmen, of craftspeople. Hands that have been hardened by the use of tools of various types. And you remember that Wythe had was a big craftsperson colony of some kind, or at least had a contingent of that here. You kind of recognize that in them. They even when they're talking and walking, they seem to be talking about things of beauty and emotional, feelings that they feel about things when you overhear them speaking, and they're speaking common, most of them. And you sit for a while and you watch these people go by.
He just feels numb to it all. And he's looking at his hands thinking like all the problems that it's brought, all the people that have died on this trip, and how useless he feels, and how he was forced to make that decision and it hurt his friend. He'll stand up and he'll get lost in the party for a little bit, not really to drink, but just try to be around other happy people. He will avoid anybody he sees with tattoos, though. He doesn't really want to look at tattoos. And he'll just get lost in some cups.
There's drink is just flowing at a furious pace out here.
He doesn't really enjoy the drink. He's not drinking for enjoyment, and he has no desire to talk to anyone. He just drinks alone until he is nice and wasted, and then he'll make his way back, hopefully when everybody is asleep, and he'll just sleep near the door.
And when you lay back to sleep at the door, you realize that Mava is directly overhead, and the moon is alone tonight. The other one isn't there. And it does feel like a chaotic night, like the kind of night that Mava would challenge people with. And you remember from when you were growing up that there was a bit of a fear of Mava, but also a respect, because it was during the nights when Mava was strong, when the brave were tested hardest, and when they could earn their rights to be they earned their bravery on the nights that Mava was alone.
He doesn't feel brave.
Yeah.
And for him, that's just kind of ironic in this moment, because he does not feel brave. And I will say, he's probably a little bit mad at Morcant for making him make that decision alone. But but for him, it's just in his head. He's mostly just mad at himself.
Morcant tried to tell you not to make the decision at all.
There was no choice, though. We weren't
I know.
able to keep way out. So.
And you wake up in the morning when the sun starts to force your eyes open, and you're still on the step outside the building with the beads.
He'll just sit out there and the cup that he has, like drink whatever's left in it, and just wait until one of them come outside. But he has no interest in going in there and looking anybody in the eyes.
Well, when you turn to where the cup is, you see there's a plate with some bread and cheese on it, and the cup has been refilled.
He'll look at it, he'll drink and eat.
And one of the women that you saw last night in the building comes out. There's a small fire inside if you wish some warmth.
This is plenty warm. After what we've been, I'm warm enough.
Eat well. And she turns and goes back in. And this is where we'll break.
Fuck Vesryn up like this, man.
Tension.
Well, that was a fun night, except the very end.
That's like
So much fun.
So good. So good.
Who wants to tell
I've
Dillon?
already been telling him.
down.
We're messaging him in their players channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
I'll be the one to tell him.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Pay attention to the Twitter. I'll be announcing those other two one-shots in the next week or two. The puppet one, the sock puppet one first, and then the special one coming up a little bit later. Actually, I may not do the puppet one first. They're both coming up in about a week. I'll start announcing when. We'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see. And we hope that you're enjoying Elixia, Box of Memories. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching.